I truly would like to thank the colleague that welcomed me on the stage for a very short but a very competent welcoming. Indeed, that was truthful. And to our students, today I was sitting here and for the first time I'm sad that I did not learn at least Urdu. I'm in Pakistan for 4 years. I did not learn Urdu. But I think it's because I'm in the city in Islamabad for the last years that I did not learn. But since one of our colleagues, because Khalil is not a student anymore, he has completed his PhD, he's a colleague, is here in the rural city, I would come here more often and then you teach me Urdu. I'm willing to learn. And I would also like to learn Siraki, so you teach me those languages and I'm willing to learn. It's a humbling experience coming from South Africa or Africa. I heard that my previous colleagues say the mother of science. I want to say the mother continent, Africa, and to be here with you in the city. I'm from South Africa. That's the most south point of Africa. And that's the cricket team you always are playing with. I'm from that country. And subsequently, I'm staying very close to the cricket field in South Africa. So if you would love to go and watch cricket close to the cricket field, I'm the person to be friend with in this conference. Thank you very much. Could I have the presentation system? Because in South Africa we have the same, because we are also a low and middle income country. So I feel very much at home to work with that. Now, I would like to start to really thank Mr. Khan Saab. I see he's not here. In his absence, out of the deepest of my heart, for allowing us to have this function here today. And all the senior management of the college, including my ex-PhD student who is now completed, who is the principal of this college. Thank you for inviting us all here. And to all the dignitaries from the Department of Health, from the district, from everywhere, we really thank you. Mr. Khan Saab, I have thanked you in your absence for being here and being here. Now I actually have a short message. I brought good news. And the good news is for us to take hands and walk this journey together in future. And to Prof, Doctor of Pharmacy, thank you for welcoming me in this territory, and this is building hands. And to the VIP guests, our students, you are our VIP guests. Most welcome. And for the faculty, thank you. Now, I would like to talk today of what happened during COVID. I'm a storyteller. I'm from a family who is storytelling. And I would like Khalil Saab at the end to come and translate to you what I have said in a shorter version, and then to end off my words of what I would have said. I'm from a storytelling family, and during COVID, do you remember we have done much better than England and we have done much better than America, is not something to be proud of, but more people died in America and the UK than the people that died in Africa and Asia. And we should be proud about it. What is it that we have done that has made us to be kings? And no one wants to acknowledge it, but we should acknowledge it and we should be proud of it. And that's why I want us to take hands in education and to walk this road together as Africa and Asia in order to show the world what we can do together to become more stronger in education and in health sciences. We should take hands and move forward. So that's the message I'm bringing to you. Now, my theme is learning, safeguard education, and continuous learning allow us to be educated. You can shift. Now, the reason I have this clay pot and I have these animals on is to explain something to you. If you take tea in the tandoori pot, it tastes more nice and it has more natural taste. So in Africa, we also use a clay pot to drink our drink. So that is a similarity, that we have the tandoori tea cups or drink cups that we drink together. And if you see on the pot, there is a group of animals, and those animals are lions, because we in Africa are known for our lions. But if you look at lions hunt in a pack. They never attack single. And in Africa, we have a proverb that we say that if you go out and hunt as a single person, you will not even capture a limping deer. That means in order to hunt, you need to go out in a pack. And that's why we have the phrase, I am because you are, and you are because I am. That's why we are. Now, I don't know whether all of us know that the first university in the world was established in Africa, and that university was established by a Muslim woman called Farhan, and that university still exists. So before the West could establish universities, we, with the power of Africa and Asia, and unfortunately for the men, with the power of women, has established a university. And we are the leaders, and that university still exists in Morocco, in Africa. Now, if we have established higher education, if we have established learning, why are we not leading today? And that's the question we need to ask ourselves. What have killed our learning? What have killed our education? Why are we not taking hands as Africa and Asia to walk this path together, to take our first position again? So with this, I'm inviting you, because the university is still existing in Africa and Morocco, to say that let's take hands on a platform and we showcase what we can do together as Africa and Asia. Now, I think all of you know our Emeritus President Mandela, and fortunately my colleague on the stage has used those words this morning to say that education is a powerful tool that can free you. That's basically what he's saying. And when he talks about education, he doesn't talk about school learning as you have college learning. He talks about education in the broader. In Africa and Asia, we are educated at home before we go to school. That is part of education. That values, that norms that we hold dearly to our hearts are part of our education. And that make us a different educated population. We sometimes don't need a piece of paper to be educated because we were educated at home. But if we get the piece of paper, it makes us better because we have education from home and we have double education from schools. Now the first statement that I would like to make is never stop learning. As students, as colleagues, never stop learning, because learning opens doors and learning opens opportunities. If it was not because of learning, I wouldn't be here today. In my language we say that traveling is a curriculum on its own. When you travel, you learn more than when you open a textbook. So learning opens doors. That is the first insight I would like to leave with you. The second thing is, no one can take your education away from you, irrespective of whatever happened. My school principal used to say, and I think that's why I possibly specialized into psychiatry, he said that even if you become psychotic, people will still call you Dr. So-and-so, even if you are psychotic. Even if you pass on, if you die, people will still say, Mr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so have passed on. No one takes away your education. So I want to say to you that no one will take away your education. Please continue to learn. I also want to warn you that the moment you learn, and this is also, if the CEO can tell you his journey, when you open an institution like that, that's learning on its own. And in South Africa, we normally provide honorary PhDs for entrepreneurs like our CEO that have opened this institution. Because that's the highest order of learning. And in learning, you definitely will make mistakes. You will fall, but if you are falling, you must get up. The success is in getting up. The resilience is built through coping, through falling and getting up from falling. It's not just built. So in learning, and to the VIP guest, our student, during your learning, you will make mistakes. And allow yourself to get up from those mistakes and move on until you have your qualification. Now, to the educators, to the faculty here, and to the role models, the one thing that we must know, and my colleague Khalil Saab normally reminds me of that when I become a school teacher, because I'm also a school teacher by profession, that you need to give freedom to learning in order for people to really become educated. If you don't give that freedom, that is nothing less than schooling, and that's possibly how we are schooled most of the time to be within parameters and don't use our creativity. Now, when we have educated ourselves or when we're learning, whether it's through our social learning, whether it's through our institutional learning, when we think that we can be alone when we are learned or when we are educated, we have failed ourselves. Remember the concept, I am because you are, and you are because I am. That's why we are. To Mr. Khansab and the executive team, I would like to say, a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Let us take hand on the journey forward. From different angles, we have dreamed. I'm here today because I have dreamed to be part of development, to be part of sharing. And that's why we can take hands to move forward. The reason for that is successful people always looking for the possibility to assist and to help, and not what they are going to gain. And therefore, with openness, and as one of my ex-master student, now PhD students have said, Mr. Amar Javed, that if the need is that we should come back here to share and to care, we will do that. Because our need is not because we expect something. Our need is because we would like to share with you and with the students. Because in both our cultures, our blessings are within giving. And that's why I would like to say, let's take hands and let's learn together and build the Afro-Asia platform together. Now, for those who did not understand, I'm very humbled that I'm in a province of a very auspicious poet. And because my Siraki is not that good, but I do have an academic son in this province, I would like him to read that poem on my behalf to me. Khalil Sab, a colleague that have walked the PhD journey with me,